What do you guys know about messy? I know there's plenty of places in my house that are messy. I know that sometimes emotions and the mental health can be messy. What does the word messy mean to you? Hey everybody, welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel. It's your girl, Rosalie. This is so freaking powerful. Guess what time it is. Let's keep this short and simple, but I had to come on here. So often we're stuck in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize. There's an artist out there called Lola Young. Lola Young is from the United Kingdom, grew up in the area of London to a Jamaican Chinese father and an English mother. And I think she is making her rounds right now. 76 million, almost 77 million views, you guys. Put out less than a year ago. My word. Good Lord.
You know I'm impatient, so why would you leave me waiting outside the station?
Well, hold up. This has total Fleetwood Mac and Kate Bush vibes. No wonder that this style is just blowing up right now. It's wild how there's nothing new under the sun and certain genres just come back even for the next generation. It's beautiful. And then the notification pops up, get messy on vinyl. Fitting. Retro all the way. That heater on the wall.
Like -4 degrees and I get what you're saying. I just really don't want to hear it right now. Can you shut up for like once in your life? Listen to me. I took your nice words of advice about how you think I'm gonna die lucky if I turn 33. Okay, so yeah, I smoke like a chimney. I'm not skinny and I pull a Britney every other week. But cut me some slack. Who do you want me to be? 'Cause I'm too messy. And I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job and you asked where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect, so I open my big mouth. I want to be me, is that not allowed? And I'm too clever, and I'm too fucking dumb. You hate it when I cry unless it's that time of the month.
Oh, hell yeah. Wow, I do know this. I've never heard the full song. I know that snippet from Instagram and TikTok reels because that what was going viral. That little, I'm this and I'm all that. Oh my gosh, that's interesting. I like this. And I think this is relatable. Human across the board. I think a lot of women can relate to this because of the feedback that we've been given growing up. Oh, you're prettier when you smile, and you know, you do too much and now you're too perfect and fake, and then you don't do enough and now you're letting yourself go, and too fat and too skinny, and now you're working too much. But I think this is also relatable across the board as people. I think plenty of men know that feeling too of thinking whatever they do is not good enough, and that's a human experience when you are constantly receiving input. And I think social media has just enhanced that by a lot. This is so catchy. I love her vibe, the hair, the mullet look, her voice, that smoky rasp, that throwback feel that she gives us to the Kate Bush, Fleetwood Mac vibe, etc. It's a timeless voice. It's a timeless genre, in my opinion. I love the contrast between her outfit, that fun, playful, cute, feminine, and yet kind of wild outfit with the sneakers, the contrast of the red carpet giving us that retro, let's take it back a couple of decades, feeling to the cake, to the flashes between the neat cake and it all splattered around the walls. I love it. I really, really love it. Wow, it could be all these things for you, but you seem to not like any of it. I like that.
It's taking you ages. You still don't get the hint. I'm not asking for pages, but one text or two would be nice. And please don't pull those faces. When I've been out working my ass off all day, it's just one bottle of wine or two. But hey, you can't even talk. You smoke weed just to help you sleep. Then why you out getting stoned at 4 o'clock? And then you come home to me and don't say hello, 'cause I got high again and forgot to fold my clothes. 'Cause I'm too
cleaned up.
hate the fucking,
Couple of crumbs left,
you hate the fucking Lord.
but it's still not good enough. Throwing cake must be a good feeling. So catchy. Nice run. This is good. This is really good. How does she not have more subscribers, people? Fix it. Come on now. Subscribe. Hey, her voice is amazing. Like I said, I love the video. I love the flashes back and forth between the messy and the clean. Her dancing, her trying to be herself, sitting in a corner. A lot of symbolism there, right? From trying to break free, trying to be yourself, trying to move, expressing yourself, to feeling stuck, right? Stuck in that room with that bright carpet and the wallpaper that's peeling, a clean room that's yet not quite clean and yet not quite perfect. Her sitting up against the wall, that body language to me implies this maybe moment of defeat, could be a sign of reflection, but also just when you're crawled up against the wall, right? You're making yourself small somewhere in a distance up against the wall, pulling your legs close to your body as a form of maybe protecting yourself, right? But at the same time also maybe, like I said, making yourself small, trying to become invisible. Very powerful song. Psychologically, I think a lot of people can relate to this, men and women, because we long to be seen. We long to be accepted. That's an existential desire, to not be isolated, to be in relationship, but for freedom as well. From an existential theoretical standpoint, freedom is a big need for human being. And I don't just mean freedom of speech or freedom to move around and not be imprisoned, but freedom to express yourself. That's a big longing. And I think that she's tapping into this idea of nothing that I do is good enough, right? I'm either too messy or I'm too clean. Either I'm too much of this or too little of that. And that is disheartening when you have someone who's constantly criticizing. And I think many of us have been guilty of criticizing or communicating in a way that made the other person, be it a loved one or a friend, feel criticized and attacked. Sometimes we don't mean to, and we're hurting. We're trying to express something, but it's all a matter of how we're saying it, right? Are we saying it from a place of I feel this way or you're doing this? Sometimes there's a need for correction and to say, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that doesn't necessarily mean attack or criticism. There needs to be a space to be also accountable in relationship and for people to express when something bothers them. But if it's constant, it's disheartening and it's demoralizing and it's exhausting. And I see here a song that's putting into words this desire to fully exist, fully be accepted and seen, and not to constantly feel like one way or the other is not good enough. And as I said, I think that's relatable to men and women because it's a human thing. Of course, it'll vary and how that shows between men and women. And of course, when it comes to relationships, it gets complicated because like I said, there's got to be a space for us to tell one another when something is bothering us. But if it's a constant picking at the other person and it's a constant drive to please and satisfy the external world, then it will lead to turmoil. If we're driven by trying to meet other people's expectations, if we're driven by trying to be what other people want us to be, then we're going to find ourselves very empty because our sense of self, of worth, that dopamine fix we're looking for to be liked and accepted and affirmed by others is going to become this addiction where we're now just constantly hustling about to try to get that external validation when that needs to come from the inside. That focus doesn't need to be so much, do you think I'm too messy or clean enough? But more so, do I feel like I'm maxing out my potential? And that'll vary from day to day. I think sometimes we forget we're human beings, which is a present progressive verb. It's ongoing. Just because one day you are hustling about and you're calling yourself higher to be productive and to not be content and lazy and just go with the status quo. That doesn't mean that every day needs to look like that. And that there's days when it's okay to say, F this, I just need to rest. And that there's days when we do need to push ourselves and say, you know what, I'm not being my very best. I am settling. But all you can control is you, and you're going to have to answer that question for yourself. And I think there needs to be that honest conversation in therapy with ourselves and self-reflection to say, am I fully happy and content? Am I fully who I want to be? Not for other people, not so that they say I'm clean enough or not too messy, not so that they approve, but so that I can be proud of myself. And that's a process. But I love the honest conversation here, and I love how relatable this is. Catchiness aside, hook aside, I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling of going, man, there's always something else. And that's where music can be therapeutic again, because you dance to this, you see someone like this expressing herself and processing through music the pressure she feels and that existential dilemma of wanting to be accepted and fully be yourself. Putting that into music is a very therapeutic thing, and dancing to it, singing to it can be therapeutic too. What do you think about this UK artist, Lola Young, and this song that's been going viral? Subscribe if you want to experience music with someone, feel it, learn about psychology and philosophy, and just, experience people having possibly a very similar reaction to the first time you heard your favorite artists. Then subscribe. I'll see you on the next ride. Heyo!